Hey everyone, we are live officially. This is the premiere of our Sunday weekly warm up. Guys, this is a show that we did all last year, and we just have gotten way too much positive feedback to change it up on you. So don't worry. This August, we are kicking off another year of our Sunday weekly warm up, and you know that I could not do this show without the one and only Brad Hughes. He is here with us. My name is Ray Heward, and we are diving into a brand new show kicking off this fall into the spring, where we'll be a part of Your Sunday exclusive to our private Facebook groups. If you don't know how this works, we are currently streaming Sunday evening, 8 p.m. Eastern, in our private group over at teachbettergroup.com. That is a free group that all of you can be a part of, and we're going to stream here every single week. We love streaming in this spot specifically because when we stream in only one location, all of you can see each other's comments. So while we're very excited to engage with you here in just a second, we also want you engaging with one another. Our private group has over 7,000 educators from all around the world. And this is a place where we come together and talk shop and get ready for all the fun. Brad and I are so excited to give you more details about the show. We will be right back. Hey everyone, good evening. It is Sunday Weekly Warm-Up. Brad Hughes, how are you?
Good evening, Ray Heward, and good evening, Teach Better family. It's wonderful to be back with you again for the season premiere of Sunday Weekly Warm-Up. I'm doing great. I'm just lit up with excitement and happiness to reconnect with you, Ray, and with all of our Teach Better community members here in the Teach Better private Facebook group. It's Sunday. It's 8 p.m. Eastern. It's Sunday Weekly Warm-Up time. I couldn't be more excited. How are you doing? How are you feeling, Ray?
I am so thrilled to be here. Brad, I'm so happy you are my co-host for this show because I told you this over the summer. This show would not be the same without you. I'm so glad we get to do this together. I can't wait to have more Brad time on a weekly basis. And Brad, I love the daily show that we're doing. I love the Teach Better Today show. If you guys have not seen that, it's in the morning, every single morning at 7 a.m. Eastern. But it's not live. And Brad, I love that we're going to be live every Sunday talking to our people. These are our people.
Coming to you live every Sunday night, Ray, is something I look forward to on a weekly basis. It's something that all of us can look forward to because, as you said in the intro, it's a chance for our Teach Better family to interact live, something for us to look forward to. And let's face it, in our busy lives as educators, whatever our important role may be, having things to look forward to and having that touchstone each and every Sunday night to reflect on the week that was, to get excited for and anticipate the week that's going to be with some of the most incredible educators in the entire world is really something to celebrate here in the Sunday Weekly Warm-Up.
Oh, so good. I see the comments already flowing in. Hi, everyone. Please take a second if you are here to jump in the comments. Of course, as many of you are familiar, this show does stream live on Sunday nights, and it will also restream to the full community on all social media platforms, including becoming an episode of Teach Better Talk podcast on Monday nights. But then they're just watching the show. They're not here to engage. And Brad, this show is all about engaging. Can you speak to that a little bit?
100%. This is the place where we want to interact live with you. We want to be here for you on a weekly basis. We want to know what is lighting you up. We want to know what is challenging you as you look ahead to your week in education. We want to know what you're celebrating. We want to know what you and your loved ones are looking forward to. The interaction is what lights me and Ray up. The interaction with you, knowing that we're interacting in real time with real educators, with real opportunities and real problems, it makes it just a delight to be here as your co-host. So it's that live experience, that interaction is what lights me up, Ray.
So fun. Now, we have a lot to share. First off, before I get ahead of myself, because I have like a million things in my brain, Brad, tell us about the thing that's scrolling on the bottom, because we want to make sure everybody follows that special request.
Ray, since we are facilitating our weekly warm-up through StreamYard here in our private Facebook group, you'll find a small link or a comment above or above the screen, above the little window where we appear in your Facebook page, asking you to grant StreamYard permission to use your info. So you have to click on that link so that when you share who you are, what you're up to in the comments, we know who you are. We can see your name. We can see your profile picture. It's okay for it to say Facebook user, but we would really love to know who is interacting with us live. So you just have to grant StreamYard permission to do that. You'll find a link just above the little window where this video appears right now.
Yeah, it's really nice because while you all can see each other's comments because you are all watching in our private Facebook group over at teachbettergroup.com, it's Brad and I that can't see your names right now. We're the only two. Everyone else will be able to see your name. So if you want to hide from Brad and I, that's fine, but we would love to be able to engage with you in the same way by knowing who you are, because it's kind of fun to be able to see who's here with us. And when you have really great ideas, we want to give you credit for the great ideas you have.
Right on. Well, it's all a part that personal interaction is why we're here, Ray. And the more we know our family and the more we know the community that we're serving and supporting, the better we can do that.
Yeah, and is it true, Brad? Once you give permission once, I think like that stays for a while. You don't have to do it every time, from my understanding.
I am not sure about that. I thought that was the case, Ray. I thought once you had that little cookie on your browser granting StreamYard permission, you'd be good to go. I may be a little superstitious. I do it each and every time just to make sure.
Do you really? Okay, I have to say, this is the lamest comment kicking off the shenanigans of the show. But Brad, because I'm typically live, I'm very rarely in the comments because I'm typically on shows.
Yeah.
And if I'm watching, it usually means that like I'm out busy because I'm not on the show. There must be a reason I was taken away. But I think I tried to comment on a video last week and I came up as Facebook user. And I was like, why don't I give permission? Like, I need to go in and click the button. Like Bree said, we have to click that button. And like, I don't know if it's because I have never done it or if there's like a 30-day window. I don't know how it works.
I'm a avid computer user, as you know, and I don't know the inner workings of how these cookies or little bits of data get put on my browser. I don't know if I have to do it every time I open a new tab. I don't know where they reside. And I just want to make sure that, hey, you can put a face to a name. It's Brad. I'm chiming in. We want to make sure that you can do that too.
Speaking of cookie, because now that you said that, I am hungry. Can I see in the comments as we get started what your favorite back to school snack to stick in your desk is? And the reason I say that, Brad, is I was just at Menards. Is Menards everywhere? Menards is everywhere in the US, I think. Anyway, do you know what Menards is?
I do not. No.
It's like a Walmart.
Yep.
But like it's not, because I don't know. Somebody described Menards. It's kind of like Walmart married Home Depot and they had a baby. Anyway, so we were walking around. We were buying like soap and lawn care items and all the things and, you know, food and everything you can get at Menards. And something that came up was like essentially a snack aisle. And I picked up dark chocolate almonds. And I was like, this would be the perfect back to school. Stick it in your drawer, grab a handful every so often we need a pick-me-up snack. What would yours be, Brad?
Well, that sounds just about perfect. Sweet, salty, savory. You've got some protein. It feels like you're eating something substantial and you're giving yourself a treat. I'm trying to get better and better at making sure I've got healthy snacks at hand. So I'm thinking carrot and celery sticks. I'm thinking little pretzel squares. I love pretzels and peanut butter, but I don't take peanut butter in to our nut-free schools. But what's coming up for you as far as your, I mean, if you've got your chocolate-covered almonds, we've got dark chocolate or Cliff Bars from Brian. Janelle loves the peanut M&Ms for Janelle. Honey roasted mixed nuts for Stacy. What's coming up for you, Ray?
Yeah, I will add on. I did buy. See, guys, I'm a bad snacker because I can describe the food, but I don't know what it's named. Brad, maybe you will tell me the name. It's like a circle. It looks like a donut. It's like, but it's a candy, and they're like pink and orange, and it's peach flavored.
Yep.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do. Yeah, gummy peach rings.
Sure, let's go with that. I bought off-brand gummy peach rings. I feel like those two are not necessarily meant to go together, but great for I just want to grab one or two versus the snack that you like open it up and you're like, you got to eat the whole thing. Do you know what I mean?
I do. I'm always good for chocolate. If I can get a chocolate bar, maybe a chocolate bar, like a fruit and nut, and break a square or two off, that's where I get into trouble, Ray, is I I swear I'm going to limit myself to 1 square or 2, and then all of a sudden I'm breaking the thing apart. I'm just shoving it in my mouth, and it's dangerous. S'mores 1 bars for Brienne. S'mores 1 is not something we have here in Canada, so I think I'm going to need to make a U.S. snack run in the near future, Brienne, so I can try the S'mores 1 bar.
I like the Ritz crackers idea too.
Yep.
Nikki has. Then the kind of oat and honey breakfast bar, I love. So spot on.
Ray, what's your feeling about Ritz sandwiches? So a variety of Ritz sandwiches, maybe with peanut butter in the middle, or different. Like there's cheese, and I think there's different Ritz sandwiches available too.
That's kind of what I need. I either am grabbing a snack because I'm looking for a taste in my mouth. I feel like that's where you go to like the peach candies, or that's where you go to like the almond with the chocolate, or I'm looking for something because I'm getting jittery and lunch is coming soon, but maybe I have another class hour, but I've had too much coffee. That's where I'm going to lean on like the Ritz cracker sandwiches. Those are so good, especially the fake cheese. Oh my gosh, the best. Or like she's saying, like a breakfast bar. Like that's what I'm going to lean on if I need to like fill my stomach. I think that's good.
I'm going to make sure I do a rendezvous with Bree when I do the U.S. snack run. When I was a kid, my grandparents lived on the St. Clair River, which is in Ontario, right across from Michigan, across the St. Clair River. And we used to go across on the boat with Grandpa. We used to stop in at the marina to fill up the boat with gas. And then my brother and I used to get permission to get off the boat and go into the snack bar and pick out some U.S. snacks or some U.S. Cans of pop. And boy, that was a big treat for a couple of little Canadian boys. So yeah, there's really cool treats in the US that we don't have yet in Canada, but conversely, there's some really cool Canadian snacks that I'm looking forward to bringing to our next in-person meet with my Teach Better family.
I know we need to do that. Okay, Brad, we got off topic because I was just thinking about candy. But before we get into the show, I thought maybe we could give a preview to people about what we're looking to do for our Sunday show. And also, I kind of want to spend a few minutes catching up with our crew here and catching up with you. Brad, I haven't talked to you in like a month. It's literally been forever because you've been on vacation. So we have a lot to accomplish in a short amount of time, but I think we can do it.
We can do it. I'm looking forward to recapping what we've been doing and looking ahead to another season of Weekly Warm-Up, Ray.
Yeah, this is so good. So real quick for the show, friends, this is very similar to last year where we are going to be live every single Sunday. And it typically will not just be Brad and I. Typically we'll have either one person we're interviewing or a panel that we'll be working with. I love the panel idea. We've gotten such good feedback, Brad. That was all you with that idea last year, and it was such a success. So we will continue to have this show be focused on bringing new people in and sharing their strategies. A few different ways that you can utilize that as an educator. This could be a place where you come for new ideas. This could be a place where you come with problems of practice that you want to lean on somebody giving you perspective for. Or this could be a place where you come to add people to your PLN, to add people to your network. We're going to bring in very familiar faces to interview, and we're going to bring in some brand new faces that you may not be connected with. So there's a lot of different ways to engage with Sunday Weekly Warm-Up depending on what you're looking for. But Brad or I will always be here playing with the fun. The other thing, Brad, that I really value, and you know this about me, and I think we only put it in the show for me, so I'm really sorry in advance, is we're doing a weekly giggle every single week because I love my Brad puns. I love the good news stories, and I just think it's what we're going to have to do. We could also add in, we talked about Brad doing the holidays every single Sunday where we talked about what goofy holidays were coming up. Can we add that into our weekly giggles section?
We absolutely can, because we all want things to look forward to. We all have reasons to celebrate. Even small reasons, Ray, can turn into big reasons if you're sharing a celebration.
Yeah, I'm going to figure out. We used to do that every day on Daily Drop-In, and I have idea what website we use. So some point within the show, I'll figure that out, and we'll also be doing that during our weekly giggles. So you get to know not only a good news story, but also you'll get to know what funny, ridiculous holidays are coming up in the days ahead, which... Brad, I hate to say it. I think that's going to take us off topic. I think there's going to be some laughing in that section.
What if laughter is the topic? What if the laughter is the reason we're coming together on Sunday nights, Ray, is to lift each other's spirits up? And heck, if we've got the weekly giggles and some real fake holidays, everyone loves a real fake holiday.
I love a real fake. I love waking up on a random Thursday morning and being like, guys, it's National Donut Day.
It's National Starburst Jelly Bean Day, or it's National Kind Bar Day, or National Fill Up your cupboard with Dark Chocolate Almond Day.
You know what? I love the holiday. Thank God we were here to talk about it. And I will say, friends, as much as Brad and I look so prepared, that literally was a decision we just agreed to live on camera with you. So glad you were here for it.
It is gripping, compelling live video here at Sunday Weekly Warm Up. Decisions making every single week in the moment.
Yep. In the moment things, just like teaching. You have to make 100 decisions, and afterwards you're like, wasn't a bad idea.
Well, that's the art of teaching, and maybe the art of live broadcasting is making those moment-to-moment adjustments based on what you see the needs are and what you feel is coming up.
So good. I will say, Brad, can we preview the next 3 weeks of interviews? Only because I want people to get excited about who's going to be on the show, and we do have a panel coming up the 4th week that they could prepare for.
100%.
Is that sharing too much information? Are we
No, Ray. I mean, many of our viewers are here for us to spill the tea. We are terrible at keeping secrets, and we want to get people excited about what's coming up. So let's just dive into it.
All right, friends. Next week, I'm doing this from memory, but we just looked at it, so I'm pretty sure I'm right. Next week is the one and only Mickey Smith Jr. is joining the show. Wow. We love Mickey. Brad, as you know, he was the keynote for the Teach Better conference in 2022. He actually just did a really fun session with our ambassadors that we heard so much positive stuff from. And to be honest, Brad, he's like the best guy to have in your life to kick off the year. We have to bring him to our community here. He is a world-renowned speaker, one of, if not the, you know what? I'm changing it. He is the best keynote I have ever heard in my life. And I'm so excited. He's a part of the Speakers Network. We get to send him out to schools all the time as a Teach Better team. And we're bringing him to you next week. So Mickey Smith, you won't want to miss it. He's going to be here next week for our first interview, which will be a good one.
Best keynote I've ever seen. And Mickey is the real deal. He is a genuine, authentic, caring, heart-led educator, leader, inspirer. He weaves heartfelt stories along with real live music performances. He's just an incredible soul, and really grateful that we are able to kick off our live interviews with Mickey Smith Jr.
Do you think he's going to bring his saxophone?
I imagine it's never far away from Mickey. Never far away.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard him speak where he didn't have his saxophone with him. But Mickey, if you're watching, we need you to bring your saxophone.
I had the opportunity just to speak with Mickey really briefly after his keynote at Teach Better 22, and he gave me the biggest hug. And he has a gift of making every person feel listened to and cherished. And he had a lineup of people looking to connect with him after that. And I'm certain each and every person connecting with him felt that warmth and felt that personal attention. Just a remarkable, remarkable person.
He also is somebody who has a way of speaking that never seems like he's just saying it to make you feel good. It feels exceptionally authentic. You know, he's somebody that makes you feel empowered without, I don't know how to phrase this, Brad. You have to rephrase this for me, but without the fluff. Like, I don't feel like it's just top level. I feel like he's truly giving me actionable things I can go do to empower myself, empower students, and empower the people around me. Like, he just is he's a magical person. I love him so much.
I think all of that was exceptionally well said. And you're right. He's a magical person who has tremendous empathy for educators and also has tremendous hope for the power each of us has as individuals, but also as a collective to change the world. Really remarkable.
So he will be here next week. We're very excited to have him as a part of the show. The following week, we have our very own ambassador. Many of you know and love, and if you haven't met her yet, she is somebody that I connected with her sophomore year in college.
Oh.
And I'm still connected to her because she has grown into one of my favorite educators to follow on social media. Miss Jackie Mojan will be a part of our conversation.
I had the real pleasure of meeting Jackie in person after following and getting to know Jackie through Teach Better at the conference, and her husband Ryan as well. And what a remarkable educator. She's just posted that she's heading into year 6 as a middle school educator. She couldn't be prouder or more excited to fulfill that role. And what I remember about what her post said, Ray, was that she's looking forward to 9 months as a family to change each other's lives. And That's a remarkable perspective to begin the school year with, is to cherish the time and cherish the opportunity that you have. Incredible educator. It's going to be awesome to talk with Jackie.
Yeah, friends, if you're not familiar with Jackie, which I know we have a lot of ambassadors in here who just love Jackie, you literally, when you meet her, she's impossible not to like.
Oh my gosh.
I feel that way for actually the first 3 interviews that we're going to do. So we'll share the third one next. But Jackie is somebody who has gone through immensely challenging times, and yet she still pours into others. She's an incredible grid method user in her classroom. She is working at the middle school that she went to as a kid and just has endless stories, not to mention her incredible husband, who is a member of our Teach Better community as well. So we're excited to have Jackie on the show. The following week is the one and only Dr. Neil Gupta joining the crew. Also a member of our Speakers Network, also an educator, very well known in our community, and somebody who's going to be outstanding at being here to give us great perspective. He has recently just accepted his first superintendent position and is already, I know, making waves and incredible things happen over in Ohio. So really excited to catch up with Neil.
Something I find and continue to find remarkable about Neil is his boots on the ground, shoulder to shoulder approach to leadership. He leads not only by example, but he leads alongside his stakeholders in the community, from students to parents and caregivers, to educators like all of us. He is a remarkable leader and just so inspiring. And like our other two guests we talked about, completely authentic, just transparent, authentic, heart-led, family-focused. Man, what a lineup. What a lineup.
And then I hate to tell you, Brad, then it gets into the panel that we're so excited about. So I feel like this is a really good 4-week stretch here where we're going to be able to get into some really wonderful conversations with some familiar faces. And there's pros and cons to that, right? If it's a new face for you, then I hope you're excited to connect with these 3 people. They're very much people that we can endorse wholeheartedly for the work they're doing. And if they're familiar faces to you, I hope that comes with some excitement, easing into the school year, knowing that every single Sunday when you jump in, you're going to be getting value from somebody you trust and somebody that has already made a positive impact on your life. So excited for that. And then the panel will add so much value. We're going to talk about really making sure that as we ease out of the honeymoon period of the school year, that we have the tools and resources to be successful. So that will be September 17th, to make sure that you mark your calendar for that incredible panel with a mixture of administrators, teachers, and a lot of fun. It'll be a good time, Brad.
It's a great opportunity for us, Ray, in mid-September to do a loving reality check with our community. How can we sustain the energy, sustain the passion, sustain the momentum that we've poured into the beginning of the year? Let's face it, all the energy and time and passion we expend as educators to welcoming our schools and students and communities back into our buildings, we want to sustain that energy, and it doesn't come from nowhere. We want to make sure that we are well connected, and we're doing all we can to make sure the communication is strong, the mutual support is strong, the voice of our students and our stakeholders is strong as well. So a great opportunity for us to do that with our panelists.
Oh, so fun, Brad. We are going to transition here into our Sunday strategies, which is our new section of the show, which is really going to get into our deep dive discussion. This is where we're going to head into educational topics. Brad, I think we should kick it off by maybe doing a little recap for our friends. I want to hear about your summer. I want to hear about all of your summers too. So that's where we'll start. And then we'll also head into any back to school strategies we want to share right before we head into our weekly giggles and wrapping up the show. So we still got plenty of time. Stick with us. And I hope you're enjoying these commercials, because you will see some familiar faces in this coming commercial. See you soon. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to our Sunday weekly warm-up. My name is Ray Hewart. We have Brad Hughes in the house, and we need to do some catch-up time. Brad, I've not seen you in ages, friend.
It's been a minute. We've been busy, busy family activities, busy travel, summers and seasons for both of us, Ray, for both work and pleasure. So it's wonderful to reconnect with you on our Sunday weekly warm up, streaming exclusively in our teachbettergroup.com on Facebook. And it's a chance for us to reconnect and just get caught up on where we've been. Where have we been? Where have you been, Ray?
I mean, it's been crazy. Jess was in California doing some work with some schools, but I feel like that really kicked up in August. It was kind of a busy summer, but a quiet summer in terms of professional development training for me specifically. Obviously, Chad was all over the place doing it, but I got to kind of have a summer focused on getting prepared for our fall lineup, which is the live shows that you guys are hopefully getting some enjoyment out of now that today we had our official kickoff of our Sunday show. But it's just been so nice. I was in France this summer, and to be honest, Brad, I'm preparing for my shoulder surgery again, which is coming in 2 weeks. So got a lot of things that I enjoyed and a lot of things I'm preparing for currently. But you just got back from a great vacation too.
Sure did. We had the opportunity to cruise the UK. We stopped in ports in Scotland, England, Ireland, Northern Ireland, and Wales. We sailed out of Amsterdam and spent 2 days in sightseeing in the Netherlands and had a wonderful, wonderful time. Cruising is really where it's at for us. And we met some amazing folks on the cruise. We had, we were gifted by amazing guides when we did our out trips and saw everything from castles to a Game of Thrones studio experience, and incredible to taste little opportunities all over the UK, and had a wonderful trip, wonderful experience with our flights, and the vacation was just awesome.
Yeah, Brad, your vacation, the more and more I learn about it, just sounds like such a beautiful way to explore new communities, new cities, new countries. I love that you both took some time to not only do that for yourselves, but do that with each other. I think that's so wonderful. But we missed you. You were gone for too long. Like, friend to friend, don't do it again.
It's great to be back. And yeah, I'm going to make sure that I clear all of my vacations over 2 days with the Teach Better family, so I can make sure that I'm not spending too much time away. It's both a gift, but it's also tough to be away from people that you are so intimately connected with. And this is a great chance for us to reconnect. And I'd love to know how our viewers and participants tonight have spent their summer. What's been a highlight for you? Let us know in the comments. Where have you been? What have you been doing? What's been a highlight for you?
Yeah, figure out, there's got to be one highlight you can highlight from the summer, even if it was just relaxing or spending time with the dog or something. Brad, remind me, how long were you gone?
For almost 2 weeks. So cruised for 11 days and then 2 days in Amsterdam plus flights there and back. So 2 weeks.
Yeah, here's the deal, Brad. So I was gone for 2 weeks for France as well.
Yeah.
But it was not a long trip. It felt like it went so fast, and nobody from the team really missed me. Like, there wasn't like a long to-do list when I got back. People were like, "Oh, Ray's coming back to work. Good job, Ray. Thanks for showing up." When you were gone, people were like, "Well, Brad's not here, so we can't do." And like, it just,
wow.
It felt like you were gone for 2 months. If you told me you took a month vacation, I'd be like, that makes sense to me. That's how long it felt.
Oh my goodness.
Like, I don't know. I remember vividly having conversations with Katie and Jeff, and you'd come up and they'd be like, "Well, Brad's still on vacation." And I'm like, God, like, we can't do anything without Brad.
I think what makes it really challenging is that we, as a Teach Better team, we're in contact daily. If it's just for messaging or checking in or keeping touch on progress. And, one of the things that I was limited to was limited access to internet, which is a gift if you're trying to focus on milking every moment of your vacation. But in our working life as Teach Better community members, we're constantly in touch with each other through our different messaging apps. And so that's what's tough, is not only are we absent, we're absent in those daily conversations as well.
Yeah, you're right. So maybe I just need you to commit. I don't want you to go more than 24 hours without a human life check-in. So like, okay, It doesn't even have to be a message to me. You could like message in the Facebook group and make sure it pops up on my news feed, or like message in our base camp, which is like our internal team, communication. Like, I'm not looking for all your attention, Brad, but I need proof of life every 24 hours. like a Brad pun or something. I don't know. I just think that needs to be an essential component.
Well, I kind of fell short because I had a great strategy, Ray, and maybe they will we have washed up. I'm not sure how they will wash up in Lake Michigan, but I did throw several messages in bottles off of the cruise ship, and I don't know how long they might take to reach you or reach anyone for that matter. Heck, they might have floated east rather than west. I don't know, but the message in a bottle strategy, I do not recommend it because it's not timely, it's not personal, and it may never arrive. So
yeah, I'm going to cross my fingers. Hopefully it shows up. Brad, we have a lot of people who have enjoyed some good things this summer. I like seeing in the comments what people have been up to.
Sports, baseball, family time, travel. And I think it's important to recognize that any opportunity that you take to invest in the people and the places and the activities that bring you joy, those are really moments to cherish. I think as educators returning to school, whether it's in August or September, there can be there can be a focus on, hey, how did you spend your summer? And recognizing that some of us have just been able to cherish small moments rather than big opportunities. And so those small moments are what we're celebrating and recognizing as well. And I think that extends to our students and their families. I mean, maybe there wasn't a big family reunion, or maybe there wasn't a big theme park vacation. Maybe it was just working through the day-to-day of life as a kid without your closest friends, without your closest community members at your school. And so, maybe there are folks who now are reconnecting with their loved ones and with their students through our schools. And maybe this is now the highlight of their summer, Ray.
I think that's such a good reminder. I don't mean to turn this in any way negative, but I feel that this year. I feel that wholeheartedly, because while, of course, there's things to celebrate, I always strive to see the silver lining. I do feel like internally on the team, this was a little bit of summer of healing. As many of you know, the Teach Better team had really struggled being very negatively impacted by a check fraud scandal in March, which resulted in us having to lay off over half of our team in May. And full transparency, we have still not recovered. I mean, the people that we unfortunately had to say goodbye to, it stings still. I think we're still in a very interesting phase, trying to build back up the rapport of us feeling really saddened by something that we had no control over, but still caused great pain. And I cannot tell you how nice it is for me, truly, to be back live, be back with our community, be back on a weekly show we've had for some period of time, seeing our friends in the comments, and even just being back live with you. Like, how nice is it to essentially go back in time, be live with you, with Bree and Nikki and Robin and Janelle and Alana in the comments? Like, this feels like finally maybe there's some hope to get back to normal, even though the team's gone through some struggles the last few months. So yeah, I feel that. That's cool.
I think that all of our teams of educators go through struggles, Ray, and some of them are quite significant. And I think that the transparency that we try to embrace as team members and we try to engender in our community, we hope resonates with the educators that we serve, because educators' life is no joke. It's tremendously expensive in terms of energy, and sometimes in terms of heartbreak, in terms of unmet expectations, our wildest hopes and dreams for the kids and the communities we serve, and the energy and the time we expend in trying to make those things happen. Sometimes they just don't. Sometimes we fall short for reasons that we don't understand, and sometimes things happen to us that we wish didn't or couldn't, and sometimes things happen to us that we really think shouldn't happen in a just and caring world. Nevertheless, we press on, we persist. And what we have discovered through hard times as team members, but also hard times as educators and family members, is the power of relationships. Relationships are so precious. They are among the most protective and restorative mechanisms that we have. Relationships really are everything that we have, and everything that is good that happens to us and through us is because of the people that we care about and the people that we know have our back through thick and thin. So I feel really blessed to know that we are reconnecting in this space weekly with incredible educators that have our backs, and we hope that that we have yours too.
Yeah, absolutely. I think one of the toughest comments that was tough, Brad, I feel like this happens in school too. it was tough. It was a tough comment to hear, but I think about it every day, and it meant so much that I was told that this summer, I'm not going to call anyone specific out, but this summer we heard, after the whole debacle with the struggles that the team was going through, we heard that there was a comment in an ambassador hangout that the team felt very distant. We weren't around anymore. And it's so interesting because that is exactly what happened. We approached a struggle, and so many of us turned very internal, and we almost had nothing to celebrate because we were so saddened by this hurdle that we were having to overcome that we disappeared. Some of us did, at least. And I'm just so sorry that was our reaction, and so excited to be in a place that we can now apologize and say, no. Yes, hard times come. Yes, gosh, we've had to say goodbye to so many great friends, and thank goodness so many have stayed in our network, and we're back. We can go through tough times and good times and still be here as a group. And I hope that if nothing else, it's a reminder to know that even when things get hard for any of you listening, like, we are here to be your cheerleader, your coach, and anything else you might need in that moment. But if and when you need to step away, please know we're here when you come back, right? Like the Teach Better team, if nothing else, is just always hopefully available and accessible for you. And I think that's a good goal for this coming school year, and one that I know that our team's going to promise to make to our community.
100%. Better today and better tomorrow, and stronger together.
So good. Brad, before we wrap up this conversation, I know that everyone is literally just here still because they want to hear the weekly giggle. Can we get into our weekly giggle?
Absolutely.
All right. And we're going to do the daily holiday. I got to figure that out. Okay. This is a 17-second commercial. Do you think we can get all that finalized? We got this, right?
With time to spare.
We got it. Hey everyone, we're back for our Sunday weekly warm-up. Brad Hughes is here for my favorite segment. We are getting into our weekly giggle, which, don't worry, will happen weekly from now on. Here we go.
Weekly giggles are just an opportunity for us to find the sunny side of life, and maybe it's something that you can take back, a water cooler moment for you and your colleagues and for your students too. We try to select stories that are worth sharing, and this story is absolutely worth sharing with an educational, never too late kind of vibe. This is a story of Sam Kaplan. 72-year-old Sam Kaplan graduates from a Georgia college with his 99-year-old mom cheering him on. Ray, you said you saw this story before I brought it up. What resonated with you with this story about Sam Kaplan and his graduation?
I love this perseverance. I think sometimes we go through the motions of life and don't appreciate them. I know myself, I got my master's degree because that's what teachers do. And I did all the things. I checked the boxes, and I didn't even walk in my ceremony. I just was like, mail me this stuff, right? Like, I don't even need it. And gosh, what a terrible mindset. This guy had so much value on this degree, worked his tush off, and then, oh, Brad, I know you have a picture. Hold on, let's show it. And then he's there with his mom, his graduation. What an incredible accomplishment. We have to celebrate great things.
Mr. Kaplan is one of 7 siblings. He's the first to graduate university, and his 99-year-old mom was there to watch him graduate and to cheer him on. There's a picture there of him achieving or receiving his degree from the faculty. Mom last saw Sam in an academic setting in 1969 when he graduated high school. Sam ran a cleaning service and later a telemarketing company. He worked as a taxi driver and in customer service for electronic wholesale distribution. He went back to school at age 68 and then graduated at age 72. Congratulations to Sam Kaplan. That's from the Today website. There we go.
Love it. So special. Brad, as we transition here into the week ahead, I hope you're all very eager to have a wonderful week impacting students' lives. one of the things that you can choose to celebrate with them is the holidays coming up this week. And we have some goofy ones. Now, as many of you remember from our daily drop-in, which used to be our daily show that we did 2 years ago, we would read all of them. And Brad, some days there was one, some days there were 52. Right. And I don't know how people determine this, but let's just say we're not going to be able to read them all. Maybe just a few highlights.
Perfect. Maybe one or two a day. Yeah.
Yeah. To note, it's World Mosquito Day today.
Oh.
So please wear bug spray. And also to celebrate today, it is National Radio Day. So maybe we could all get out our radio before we go to bed.
Perfect.
On Monday, we have Internet Self-Care Day, as well as Contact Lens Health Day. So for those of you that wear contacts, Brad, do you ever wear contacts?
I sure do.
Yeah, why not? Right? Like that's a cool thing. Although you look really good in glasses. You should stick with glasses. Yeah. You look
so kind.
So handsome. On Tuesday, it's Be an Angel Day, as well as National Bio Day. Wait, is that how you say it? BAO, the food. Bo? Do you know
Bo or bow? Yeah.
All right. It's also National Pecan Torte Day. So lots of great food. And for those of you with little ones in your house or maybe new puppies, I've seen a lot of new puppies post. It is National Tooth Fairy Day on Tuesday as well. So lots.
So cute.
So cute. Wednesday, we have Day of the National Flag and Find Your Inner Nerd Day. So Wednesday is going to be one of my favorites.
I think that's every day for me.
So true. Thursday is Kobe Bryant Day, National Cheeseburger Day, and I don't know what this means, but it's National Knife Day.
Okay.
Like sharpen your cooking knives, maybe?
That must be it.
How about this? This is better. On Thursday, the one that we are all going to celebrate, it is National Waffle Day.
Oh. Hot buttered waffles with maple syrup. I can't think of anything better. I'm going to start my day with that. That's on Thursday?
That's on Thursday.
Oh, so good.
Friday gets even better. Friday is going to be Kiss and Makeup Day, which is always good to do.
Perfect.
It's National Banana Split Day as well. And then last but not least, National Whiskey Sour Day on Friday. So a lot of things that you can add to your Friday to-do list.
So much to celebrate on Friday. My goodness, yeah. I don't know where to begin.
Kissing, eating, drinking whiskey. I mean, you got a whole day's plan.
You might want to choose the order carefully. Your loved one may or may not wish to be kissed with, a syrupy mouth after waffle day, or, bourbon sours aren't for everyone, but you just have to watch the order there.
Oh yeah. And also school comes before the bourbon sour, just to clarify.
Noted. Note that down.
As you guys continue to celebrate, obviously you need Saturday because you'll be coming back to the show on Sunday to hear the days ahead. So Saturday we will celebrate National Dog Day, National Logan Day. I don't know if any of you know Logan, but let's celebrate. And then last but not least, it's International Bat Night on Saturday. So may Batman, be a movie that you choose.
You may have to look up at the sky, see if the bat signal reminds you of National Bat Day.
Be good. Be good.
If you see a robin, even better.
Brad, I'm so glad we were able to kick off the premiere of the Sunday show. I know this is a little different because we're not doing an interview or a panel, but glad we were able to set the stage and hang out with our people and get them set and ready for the next show where we are going to have an incredible guest. Panels ahead coming on September 17th and all the fun. I can't wait to dive into this incredible Sunday live stream.
Lots to look forward to and lots of opportunity too with our friends and participants watching tonight or in the future to hear what's working for you. We want to make sure that this is worth showing up for each and every week. We want to make sure that the value is high and the potential for you to leverage what you're learning, whether it's through connection, through support, whether it's through love or laughter. We want to make sure that this is time well spent for you. So let us know how we're doing and let us know how we can serve you in your important role of education. We want to make sure that the Sunday Weekly Warm-Up is a place where you come and leave feeling even better than you showed up and ready for a week ahead in your important role in education.
So good. Brad, thanks for hosting the show with me. I really, truly love hanging out with you. I love seeing you.
Ray, I love seeing you too. Love hanging out with you. This is truly a highlight of my week, and I feel tremendously privileged and grateful for the opportunity to connect live with you every week. And for almost 2 years, we've been sharing the screen together, partner. So you're my co-host with the most.
Oh, so fun. Friends, don't forget to tune in every single Monday through Friday for our other live stream, which is the Teach Better Today morning show, streaming every single morning on all platforms, not just exclusive to this group, but everywhere you like to enjoy, including YouTube and as an episode of Teach Better Talk podcast. That releases at 7 a.m. Eastern, and we have so much fun and a lot in store for that show as well. Brad and I will keep you updated with everything going on, and we will see you next week, friends. Bye,
Have
guys.
a great week.
Have a great week.